Did you know that imposter syndrome is a real thing? Have you been suffering in silence, feeling like a fraud, worried that you're going to be found out? You may have been visited by the imposter syndrome monster. Yeah, that's what I call it. And if so, let's talk. Hi, I'm Sophia and welcome back to the Glow Factor TV, your ultimate destination for your personal growth, your motivation, your inspiration, and all of your higher self-living needs, showing you how you can glow from the inside out in every area of your life. In today's video, we are going to deconstruct what imposter syndrome is and how it shows up and manifests itself and how you can dispel it from your life. Yes, it really is a thing. And it is actually more common than you can imagine. And the reality is, all of us at some stage in our life will experience a little bit of imposter syndrome, especially if we find ourselves in high-powered or high-achieving environments. As its name suggests, imposter syndrome is about you having feelings of self-doubt, inadequacy, that makes it really difficult for you to fully own your accomplishments and your own abilities. What it does is make you feel like a fraud. And worse still, makes you not want to accept your own success or your accomplishments. It can manifest itself in a variety of ways in our everyday life. So it's really important that we recognize the signs. So when it tries to creep in, we can stop it dead in its tracks. These are some of the ways that it can show up. You feel like a fraud. This is where your mind starts playing tricks on you. It will have you doubting your own abilities. It will have you believing that your success was due to external factors or it was just simply pure luck. You won't feel good enough, and then you'll start disqualifying yourself for that job, that position, or that task before you've even begun. It will have you keep looking over your shoulder, imagining that you're about to be found out. The jig is up, you're caught, busted. But it's simply not true. Perfectionism. This is when whatever you do is just simply not good enough. So what do? You find yourself keep going back to the drawing board, tweaking and retweaking and retweaking the retweaks. And this goes on and on and on, and it actually keeps you stuck in your tracks. Yes, you can improve on everything you do, but perfection, it's just not real, which leads to the next way that it can show up: fear of failure. Fear of failure actually goes hand in hand with perfectionism. You don't want to look stupid. What are people going to say? What are they going to think? You'll find yourself not wanting to be judged. Makes you start questioning your own abilities once again. Another way it shows up is fear of success. So similar to fear of failure, fear of success is being petrified of achieving the thing that you know that you're more than capable of achieving. But your concern is, what are people going to think? Are they going to judge you yet again for achieving this thing that you said that you wanted to do? Are they going to think that you're big-headed, you're a show-off? So again, that stops you from moving forward and starts to unravel your own abilities. Fear of success will stop you dreaming. And when you stop dreaming, we all know what happens. We stand still because there's no vision. You're afraid of letting your light shine and allowing the world to see how great and fabulous you are. So you stay small or you stay still. Self-criticism. This is another indication that imposter syndrome could be knocking at your door. You find yourself brushing off compliments, finding it hard to receive praise. No, it was just. Oh, it was nothing. Sis, take the praise. Accept the compliments. You are fabulous. Take it, own it, claim it. It's yours. Let me tell you about how imposter syndrome actually showed up for me. I didn't even know it was a thing. I've actually mentioned before, there was a time in my life where I accepted what my purpose was. I've always known it's to motivate, encourage, particularly women, to be all we were created to be, because you know we're fabulous. And so I decided to put on my first empowerment event for women. I had 21, I think, women show up. It was a wonderful event. It was my first. The feedback was wonderful. It was really encouraging, really powerful. Some of the revelations that the women said that they received from attending this event. And I thought it was wonderful, great. But then something happened. This fear came over me because now I was concerned about doing the next one. Because it wasn't to be a one-off, it was going to be a series. But what happened was I started doubting myself. How am I going to replicate that? Or how am I going to improve on the next one? Oh my goodness, I don't even know what I did in the first one. Why did they enjoy it so much? Listen, 2014 that was. I can't even tell you how many years later it shut me down. The worst part about that was I didn't even know what it was. I happened to be watching a video online. Somebody began speaking word for word what I'd been feeling back then. And then she called it imposter syndrome. I was like, what? But that's what I experienced. Every last thing that she mentioned was my experience. Well, of course, I started to do some research. And that's when I realized, wow, this is a thing. Oh my gosh, revelation fired me up. I understood it. The problem is with imposter syndrome, the reason why we have to be mindful about sitting in that energy, because you can attract people and situations into your life that will corroborate with those feelings of doubt that you may be having within yourself. We know they're not real, but the feeling in the moment for you is real. And then situations or people might hone in on those feelings of doubt, those feelings of insecurity. Listen, I've been there, done that, but that's a topic for another video. Trust me. But yeah, that's how it showed up for me. Oh my goodness. It was a revelation though. The joke is, I've had people message me, when's part 2? What happened to part 2? It was coming and coming and coming, but I didn't know what it was. Crazy. Even just mentioning that, thinking back, crazy. Let me know in the comments below if you can relate, or if any of these signs have manifested themselves in your life. The great news is it's not over till it's over. Imposter syndrome can be overcome, and here's how. Acknowledgement. It's really important to recognize and acknowledge whenever you start having these thoughts. When you remind yourself that it's actually a common experience, it will help you have perspective. It will stop you beating yourself up about having these feelings. You're not unique in this sense. Disruption. You need to disrupt the negative thought patterns that are running rampant in your mind. Start asking yourself the question, where are these thoughts coming from? Do I actually have any evidence of this being real anywhere in my life? The answer will probably be no. Celebrate you. Start to celebrate yourself. Celebrate your successes, no matter how large or how small. Recognize that you did that. The abilities and the gifts on the inside of you helped that manifest. So start accepting praise. If somebody says, wow, well done, say thank you. That's what I do. Those who know me, I love a compliment. I'm taking it. I'm grabbing it with 2 hands. Sophia, well done, blah, blah. Thank you. Thank you. And the reason I can, I've not always felt that way. But now, compliment, keep them coming. I'm taking them. I'm doing you a disservice if I'm rejecting it. If I don't accept it, it's almost like I'm disrespecting you. You're giving it to me. So long as you're giving it to me, you know, with good intentions, obviously. I'm receiving it. Thank you and good night. Perspective. Imposter syndrome is not a true reflection of who you are. So start looking at who you are. Imposter syndrome is a real feeling, yes, but that's all it is. It's a feeling. It's not who you truly are. So remember that. Embracing failure. Listen, failure is a necessary part of growth. Failing in something helps us try and keep trying until we improve. So don't be afraid of failure. Self-compassion and mindfulness. Listen, don't let imposter syndrome hold you back from letting your light shine. I know what I know. The joke is, did I tell you what my empowerment event was actually called? The one that I was frightened to do part 2. It was actually called Time to Shine. Oh my gosh. The irony. It was called Time to Shine, and then I was frightened to continue shining. So I didn't do part 2. Anywho, we move. So now you know, whenever the imposter syndrome monster rears its big old head and starts bothering you, you know what you need to do. But remember, you are fabulous, just as you are. What you have, the world needs to see it now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you want more videos like this to help you along your personal growth journey, then click on the screen right now and don't forget to subscribe. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, keep glowing.